And welcome back. You're still watching the AI Report right here on News 9. Now, if you are a die-hard fan of the Marvel Universe or the DC Universe, chances are you would have stumbled upon the first Avengers series where there was this cube which bundled in unlimited energy that could really power up the whole planet for eons. Now, Justice League showed a trinity of such cubes where there was power to be generated almost endlessly. And you all this while believed that that is fiction, right? Well, it was fiction and continues to be fiction, but may not be fiction for much longer, because two of the biggest players in the world of energy and in the world of AI have come together to potentially create that unlimited mass of energy. I'm talking about NVIDIA and General Atomics. That's right, NVIDIA, General Atomics, and a team of international partners have built a high-fidelity AI-enabled digital twin for a fusion reactor with interactive performance. Now, AI comes in by reducing simulation times from weeks to seconds. AI enables researchers to interact with the reactor virtually, exploring scenarios that may damage the reactor without risk and accelerate the path to commercial fusion power. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are not talking about nuclear fission here, we are talking about nuclear fusion. And well, if all of that sounds daunting to you and too technical to you, well, it does to me as well. We have somebody to really break it down into the nuts and bolts with us on the AI Report. Amit, Ranjan, Kumar joins me. Amit, just tell me, first up, what's the big deal about this nuclear fusion reactor? How's it different from what we have right now in the world of energy?
First, thank you, Kartik. First up, it is unrealistic because the amount of energy required to make this happen is 100 billion degrees Celsius, which is hotter than the temperature on the surface of the sun.
100 billion degrees Celsius.
100 million.
100 million degrees
Celsius,
which is hotter than the surface of the sun.
Basically, you are getting two nuclei together. To overcome the repulsion between two nuclei because they are positive charges, you need that kind of energy. Number two, why it is path breaking is because you cannot do it in any vessel. That kind of energy, any substance, alloy, whatever, will evaporate.
Okay.
So what scientists do is they create magnetic fields that are to prevent the plasma that is generated from touching the surface of the vessel in which this experiment is being conducted.
Okay.
So the magnetic field acts as a vacuum between that surface and the temperatures at which this experiment in the plasma is being conducted. So therefore the vessel is not evaporated.
Okay.
So that is why this is path breaking, because AI makes the results that ensue happen without achieving those temperatures or without going through that trouble.
So what we are trying to tell me here is that you will have AI simulate that model. It's not really going to be a lab setting where you actually have this fusion reaction taking place and those magnetic fields which are keeping the heat from touching the vessel and eventually, if I understood correctly, for the vessel to evaporate. All this is being simulated by artificial intelligence.
Yes, because to make an experiment successful, first you need the results. Those results can be performed in two ways. Either it is mathematical or you put mathematics into play, like what they did in the movie Oppenheimer.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a mile-long charge that was basically triggered and fired.
Right.
Here, that is impossible because you don't have any substance that can withstand that temperature.
Right.
Okay, and to generate those kind of temperatures, even if you had a vessel, the amount of energy used may not be as much as the amount of energy that it produces at the end of it. You need those calculations and results.
Got it. So
AI makes that possible for you.
AI is going to make the calculation possible, right?
Yes.
But eventually you're still going to need a vessel. Eventually you're still going to need that fusion reaction to take place within a real vessel.
Yes.
Is AI going to play any role in that, or basis these test results from the simulation, will material science develop to ensure that perhaps not at a large scale, at least at a laboratory testing scale, a fusion reaction can take place?
That's the general idea. Now, NVIDIA has taken the first step to tell the world that yes, you can do it, that the amount of energy required to make the fusion possible is much lesser than the amount of energy that it's going to give.
All right, so we are talking about, again, a scenario where science fiction is now being turned into reality, and reality of today is being put into potentially making something that is going to power tomorrow. Now, if this experiment, after the AI-generated results are through, and if this experiment was to be successful, do you think we are seeing a complete pivot of big tech, not just focusing on machine learning in data centers and codes that run artificial intelligence, but actually going on to disrupt multiple other physical sectors as we know them today, including the power sector?
We spoke about data centers in space in the last episode.
Yeah.
They've gone on space. Big tech is already researching on the materials that are required to make this happen. Deuterium, tritium, which is rare, and lithium. Two of these elements are not that rare. Tritium is very rare and very expensive. But the idea is people are talking about it, experimenting and looking at that scenario. So to that extent, reality may not be that far into the horizon.
All right, not that far into the horizon. Well, a lot of complex, a lot of science sort of, in this experiment, but that is the power of artificial intelligence that we are seeing at play right now.
But think about it. If this is possible, your carbon footprint, your global warming is all taken care of. Because years and years of power to power the whole planet could be produced by just a fraction of what it takes right now to produce it.
All right, so a game changer literally for the power sector. Well, maybe not immediately, but hopefully in the future. Amit, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us on the AI Report this week. And with that, we come to an end of another episode of the AI Report. So if you have been, thank you so much for watching. And if you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to show us some love. Give us a like, give us a comment in the comment section below, and do share it with your friends who follow artificial intelligence as closely as we do. Thank you so much for watching.